Hey everyone, so welcome to my channel for those who are new, which I appreciate the new subscribers, pretty cool. So for the new people, I just wanted to tell you a little bit about myself. My name is Megan. I am originally from Arizona. And just recently I got married to my foreigner, and we were previously living in 3 different countries. We lived in Turkey, and we lived in Egypt, and then the Republic of Georgia. It borders Armenia. So pretty cool. Now, for those who don't know what stuttering is, or if you're not used to it, it's just a slowness of speech. For me, for example, I will have speech blocks, or I'll have a difficulty saying S words or E words, words that start with the letter E, or words that start with the letter S. I'd say S's, E's, and A's are probably my toughest, just because it's a hard sound rather than, I don't know, like, gosh, I can't think of, I don't know, I'm trying to think of something, maybe N, I don't know, anyways, there's just different sounds that, I have trouble with, and depending on the day, it's harder to talk, because of my blocks. So it's up in the air. It could be good one day, it could be bad the other. You don't really get to decide. So anyways, my topic for this video is the 5 valuable lessons that I learned while I was living abroad. Now, I have them written down because I get sidetracked it a lot. So it'll keep me on pace. Anyways, here we go. Number 1, it's okay to be scared in unfamiliar places. When I moved to Hurghada, it was a culture shock. It wasn't like anything I had ever experienced. But over time, after finding an apartment and exploring the neighborhood, I was no longer afraid. And hypothetically, I drank the water of the Nile. Okay, number 2. I learned to always be open-minded. My way of living was not the only way. It wasn't the only right way of living, because there are many cultures, many traditions that have these certain rules, and it's okay. That's fine, if it's different for one country, it doesn't mean it's bad. So just acknowledging that is something that's very important. Okay. Number 3, I learned to let go of teachings that I was taught as a child. Now, I didn't let go of everything that I was taught, but certain things, like religion, for example. I believe that no matter what you believe in, it's okay. and you're not going to hell or whatever if you believe in something else. And there are some people in the religion I grew up in that do believe that, which I think is a shame. Okay, so in a way, I kind of reprogrammed the way I saw the world because of the things I saw, I felt, and experienced. Okay, number 4. I learned to remain calm while driving on frightening roads. I learned how to drive while others talk loudly, which was a challenge for me in the beginning, but I did it, and I'm more confident driving now, which is pretty cool. Now on the roads that I drove on, I only drove in Turkey and in the Republic of Georgia. I was a little bit too afraid to drive in Egypt, I'm not gonna lie. So I was like, no thanks. Yeah, all is well. Okay, now we're on 5. That was quick. Okay. Lastly, I came to understand that how I speak is beautiful. I saw how people reacted to me when I spoke, and they were patient, which, to my surprise, was something I wasn't used to, at least not in the States. Now, in the US, however, I was so used to apologizing to people because of my stutter or saying thank you to people who didn't know me, who didn't know that I have a speech impediment. So I was fearful that people would ignore me if they didn't know. To give you an example, there was this one time, well, there were a few times, but this one specific time was on my mission. I served an LDS mission in Spokane, Washington. So anyways, me and some other missionaries were doing service at, it was like a food shelter. Can't remember the name of it right now, but we were just helping out there. And before we began, the woman that was in charge asked all of us to gather around and say our names. But since I was with other missionaries, and those missionaries didn't know about my stutter, when it came to me, I couldn't talk fast enough, and so they skipped over me, and I wasn't able to participate. So later on, during the service, the woman in charge was talking to some other missionaries, and my friend was talking to her. And the woman had said something along the lines like, I can't believe that young woman, me, was so disrespectful not to say her name. And while the woman was saying that, my friend had explained to her about my stutter, and the woman was like, "Oh my gosh, I was going to call her out for so-called being disrespectful." And when my friend told me this experience, at first I felt happy that my friend had defended me, but then I began to think about it more, and it actually kind of saddened me, because I realized that in many situations I am unable to say thank you when someone opens the door for me, or when someone sneezes, I can't say bless you fast enough. Nor can I say my name in group settings without everyone knowing that I stutter. And so the fact that she immediately thought that I was disrespectful is really sad. So that's just one of the many experiences of why I had always been worried what other people thought of me. Okay, so anyways, I feared speaking because of the negative interactions that I would have, and therefore I feared strangers. I felt I needed to apologize because I thought my stutter was a failure. And I believed that for years. It wasn't until I met my husband and living abroad with him in 3 countries to make me realize that my struggles are not my failures. My stutter is not something to be ashamed of. How I speak is fine. It is okay that I stutter. It's okay that I have speech blocks. It's okay that I take longer to speak, because it is beautiful. And being able to realize that and truly acknowledge it within myself without doubting me has really impacted my life, because speaking is very important in everyday life, and without having that confidence within myself, I would have a harder time being able to express myself. So, that's it. That's the 5 valuable lessons that I learned while I lived away from the US, and I am very grateful for them. So, for all of those who are watching, if you stutter, or if you just have plain old struggles, please know that whatever you're dealing with, that they are not failures. In fact, it's beautiful in a way. Yes, we're not perfect, but that's what makes you and me special. So, don't be afraid to be who you are. Don't be afraid to talk. Don't be afraid to share your thoughts, because what you have to say is important. No matter how you speak, no matter how you communicate, if you're deaf, if you're blind, you can do it. Okay? So, have a good night, and I'll make a video soon. Bye.